I gave this talk about acting in the time of COVID, and I have talked about this before, I think, but I'm going to officially talk about this now so we can all understand how important and how vital nerves are, and what an exceptionally um, uh, profound ingredient it is to our work. The actors that are going out, they're getting an agent, they're starting to audition. I don't know, Mark, maybe this is you, but the COVID generation actor, how you're being dealt a serious disservice by auditioning through self-tape, and that and there has been people, and the two friends of mine have said so as well, but there have been people who then get to set and it's their first set experience, and they're not, they have this entitled, it's when I'm ready to act or kind of feel to it, because that's how they've self-taped, and they don't realize the outrageous pressure. One of the most important aspects of what we do for a living is that we have to deliver our product when they demand it, on their schedule, on their clock. So it's not like, oh, I think I'm ready to do my self-tape, I'm feeling pretty good and the light's nice and I think I know my lines. It's, you know, we need you, you're on set. Or if in the old days of auditioning, it was you're sitting in the hallway and you're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and finally Corin Clark goes, Mark, thanks Mark One, coming in, and then you gotta deliver. So there's a tension that's caused by that, a nervousness. And we spend so much time in acting class discussing nerves and insecurity and vulnerability, and what are nerves, and and what are the green meanies inside of your head that tell you that you can't, and the beauty of that insecurity and the beauty of that vulnerability, and the ability to know the origins of those negative voice green meanies, listen to them, accept them, love them, and be able to work through them. And that the confident actor is the actor that, despite the fact that they're being held back by their insecurity, does it anyway because they're so passionate about it. But if you don't have anything triggering that, you're sitting in your home self-tape den with your blue screen and your best friend or your sister or your mom being your reader, and you kind of do 12 takes until this is the one that you like. There's something dangerous about that, because that ingredient doesn't exist. Every single actor from George Clooney down is fucked, vulnerable, insecure, terrified, thinks they're a fraud, and works really, 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 really hard because they're afraid this is the moment that they're going to get caught out. Like, every actor feels that way. So I'm afraid for these young actors who walk out on set the first time, and then all of a sudden there's a camera that represents millions of people. There's a crew of 200 masked people. There's your, relatively famous B-star actor facing you off, and then you've got to say a couple of lines, and then you go, holy shit, and then all of a sudden panic and freeze because it's not your living room. We are performers. You have to have an audience to freak you out, and that audience freak out causes an energy, and that energy gets channeled into objective and action and intention and character. And a lot of the times, a lot of the reason why your character is so exciting is because you, the actor, had to overcome your instrument in order to fill their instrument. So I would set up anything you can to get that thing going. I think you guys should get together, 6 of you or 8 of you, or if you can get more, and you designate one person the casting director that week. And then what you do is you have auditions set, and you do a Thursday evening audition class. And Sung Hee on Wednesday evening culls sides from wherever she can, the Actors Foundry, and then sends Blake, David, Rachel, and Jasmine their sides, and then you've got to perform those sides live to the rest of your class on Thursday. Like, it's just like, you don't have to give notes to each other. You don't have to like talk about your auditions. You shouldn't be teachers to each other. You're not coaches, but you do have to perform it, and just to get that like verve going, so that when you do book from a self-tape and then walk on a set, you'll go, okay, I know what this is like. I'm okay. I'm all right.